to Interview with a Drag Queen, the show where a licensed therapist interviews some of the world's most well-known pop culture icons and problematic divas. On today's episode, therapist David finds himself face-to-face with a witch with a strange proclivity that has landed her there by court order. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the latest installment of Interview with a Drag Queen.
Good afternoon, Miss Sanderson. Tell me a little bit about what brings you in to see a therapist today.
Well, I don't exactly know why I'm here, but from what I understand from your local constable, is it?
Court mandated. Okay. And what were you court mandated for?
It's not acceptable to eat children and be angry all the time.
Oh.
Go on murderous rampages.
Oh, trying to, what was it, eat children? That's a very interesting reason to have to come in to see a therapist. Is this a habit, or?
Of course I ponder about hurting, harming, maiming, slaughtering, but only those that wrong me and my sisters, which is essentially everyone. So yes, that's a yes to that.
So you have a fear of aging?
Yes, I know I look marvelous for my age. It's, one must keep up one's appearance when one is as fearsomely powerful as me.
And let's see. Well, a couple of questions that we ask all clients when I'm starting to work with them is about harm to self or others.
In that case, no, of course I'm not a harm to anyone, myself, minor, or otherwise. No, of course, you look very handsome in this. Green is our color.
So at this point, this is usually where I like to ask a lot of background questions of clients to learn more about them. So, Miss Sanderson, if you don't mind, how old are you?
My age? Well, one never asks the lady's age.
Well, it's a question I ask everyone.
500 years?
Uh-huh. Interesting. Okay. And, Miss Sanderson, do you identify as male, female, or non-binary?
Obviously female, and...
Well, I know that these terms may seem new to some, but, okay. And, in regards to, sexual orientation, are you attracted to...
Yes, please.
Oh, got it. Okay. Understood.
The last man that kissed me, his name was Billy Butcherson, and, well, let's just say he gave head a whole new meaning.
So tell me a little bit about your present problem. Tell me a little bit about the history of that.
Well, I don't know if you would really call it a problem unless we're talking about my problem-solving abilities. Overpopulation, eternal youth for an all-powerful witch.
Interesting.
Well, I suppose I've always had a bit of a temper, Runs in my family. I come from a very long line of witches with great power and influence.
Have you ever been to see a therapist before?
Excuse me, Flintstone kids. So, psychiatric history. I don't really know what this psychiatric thing that Darling speaketh of, but
someone that helps you with your big feelings. Okay, so big feelings are when you get really angry or really sad or really happy. So, Winifred, and this is always a difficult question whenever I'm asking a new client, can you tell me a little bit about any kind of trauma history you may have? And this can include physical abuse, emotional abuse, neglect, sexual abuse, etc.
As in all of the people that I have brought trauma to? Oh, fond memories of the torture chamber under the castle. Mother! You know, Mother! She was quite a handful herself, but she made the most delicious scorpion pie.
You had a strong relationship with your mother, or conflicted relationship, it sounds like. What about your father?
Didn't really know him, don't really feel like I missed much, so no trauma that I can think of.
Do you have any family psychiatric history, or are you aware of any mental health issues in your family, substance use disorders, etc.?
Substance abuse? I'm sorry, what is substance abuse?
What's a substance use disorder? Okay, so that's going to be when someone maybe drinks too much.
Oh, like frogs too, or Hogwarts, or... Be gone!
You feel angry a lot. What do you do when you feel angry?
Was that the office
Oh, no, that's quite all right. All right. So what do we think some other things that you might be able to do when you get angry might be?
Eye of newt to a frog, dead men's toe. Oh. That always did the trick for a headache.
Okay.
Oh, you mean mead or ale or... Well, I believe it was in my baby bottle. I've had it all my entire life. It's, it's very good for the pores and the blood.
Okay, so you prefer homeopathic therapies. Okay. And your major social supports are your two sisters?
I have two idiot sisters, but they are my closest support. They keep me company, drive me absolutely insane, but, well. And I have no need for anyone else. No need for friends, lovers, etc. My sisters plenty. Trust me.
Oh, okay. Got it. You don't feel that you need friends, understood. Spiritual value?
Spiritual, hail Satan, of course.
Satanism.
You know.
And educational work history.
Witch.
Interesting.
School of witchcraft.
Interesting.
But not the one with the stupid little children.
Legal history.
I was hung in the 1600s. I tell you.
Hanged for... Okay. And...
Suck the life out of a few little children and an entire village suddenly loses their mind.
Is there any other important information that you feel like you should share with me?
Hobbies. Crocheting with skin, knitting with bones.
All right. Well, I think that it might be really helpful for us to work together on building some coping strategies to help you manage those big feelings like anger and frustration and, to help you learn how to be calm. But I think we could work together to help you with that and maybe help, find some other ways to express yourself besides eating children, perhaps.
Wait, I beg your pardon.
Let me just stop you there. It's very important that you know that anything that we talk about in this space is going to be confidential, unless you tell me that you have a plan to hurt yourself or a plan to hurt someone else. In which case, I have to notify authorities because I'm a mandated reporter. So that includes abusing children, the elderly, trying to, maim and destroy anyone. I do have to report that to the authorities.
Me a danger? Report me to the authorities? I don't think so.
Winifred, Miss Sanderson, I do not believe that I gave you consent to turn me into a cat. I would appreciate it if you would turn me back. Turn me back. Listen, I have to sign this court-mandated order. If you want me to sign it, I can't do it with pause.
Very well.
Thank you. Hi, my name is David Seeley Wright, and I'm a licensed clinical mental health counselor and a licensed clinical addiction specialist. Thanks so much for watching this episode of Interview with a Drag Queen, featuring one of your favorite witches from the season. Winnie is demonstrating signs of something called borderline personality disorder, as well as some signs of antisocial personality disorder. Borderline, or BPD as it's often called, is marked by an intense fear of real or imagined abandonment, emotional lability, meaning emotions all over the place and unpredictable, impulsive behavior, harm to self, harm to others, a lot of black and white thinking. Antisocial personality disorder is most clearly marked by a complete absence of empathy for others or a conscience. Check out the links below to learn about some helpful resources if you or someone you love may be struggling with some symptoms similar to Winnie. If you or someone you know is having a mental health crisis of a more immediate nature, please dial 988. Thanks so much. We look forward to seeing you next time. Take care.